Shalom everybody, welcome to King David Ministry. Please like, share, subscribe, click the bell. Welcome everybody to King David Ministry. Okay, I'll do a quick recap. That's what I have to do at the beginning of every lesson. So, COINTELPRO, this is an operation from the FBI. The prevention of a black messiah. Okay, so Google these things for yourself in your own time. So H1961, if you Google this, H1961 strong concordance, yeah, you'll find that's the creator's name. So when we had our books and stuff tampered with and we was took into captivity, the oppressor messed with our words and what the creator's name was meant to say. So they replaced it with Lord or God. But it should say higher, I am. That's Paleo Hebrew. So I'm a descendant of the Jacobites. And the etymology of this is sons of Jacob. Jacob from the Bible, whose name got changed to Israel. So we're the Hebrew Israelites. Webster's 1828 dictionary definition of what an American is. The copper-coloured cards found there by the Europeans. Okay. Webster's 1828 dictionary definition of what an American is. Google that. That goes along with also Louis de Torres, who was the translator who went with Christopher Columbus to the Americas, which used to be called India Superior on the old maps where Prester John reigned from. Prester and etymology meaning priest and John meaning king. They have their Remembrance Day, so let's have ours. So let's remember the expulsion of the Jews in 1492 by Queen Isabella and King Ferdinand, also the massacre of the Jews in 1391. They raped, robbed and murdered us and kicked us out of our lands, man. Read regular. I encourage you, if you're following the Creator, read regular, read the law, read the scriptures, pray, fast, call upon higher. Exodus chapter 3 verse 14, that's his name, he doesn't change. All caps means we're dead in at sea, with a straw man. We're trying to make up we're dead in at sea, but we're very much alive, willing and able to handle our estates ourselves. They're still our possessions to this very day, giving us the illusion that we're free, but we're not, with the birth certificates and that. So check this out, America is part of the Holy Lands. It used to be called India Superior. Reincarnation was taken out of the Bible by the Romans on the reincarnation of David, King of Israel. Justice for Sandra Massey, Robert Brooks, Jordan Neely, George Floyd, Chris Kaba, and many others. They practice societal racism. This is the children of the Paleo tribes, you know, who took us over. I'll do some reading in a minute as well. Ashkenazi are from Japheth. Genesis chapter 10 verses 2 to 5. They set up the state of Jerusalem in 1940s, in May. Okay, 1940s. They're from Japheth. They are anti-Shemitic, so they are anti-us. Okay, they're the Zionists, the Khazars, and they're very wicked. Okay. What else do I want to bring out? The earth is flat, as the Bible states. Don't forget to check out the Antarctic Treaty and all the old maps. The United Nations logo looks like a flat earth map. They're mocking you in plain sight. The bloody crusades were against me, my people. Okay, don't forget also they took us over with Papa Bulls, man, which are public declarations, which are just man-made. Alright. Okay, that's a recap done. Now we're going to do the law. Law reading for today. Okay. Not to boil meat with milk, Exodus 23:19. Not to eat flesh with milk, Exodus 34:26. Not to eat the thigh vein, which shrank, Genesis 32 to 33. Not to eat shevet. I'll say that part into the Hebrew. Tolo or fat. Leviticus 7:23. Not to eat blood. Leviticus 7:26. To cover blood of undomesticated animals and a fowl that have been killed. Leviticus 17 verses 13. That's the law reading for today, people. I'm going to go read the Psalms. Okay, Psalms 126 verses 1. When Hiah brought back the captivity of Zion, we were like men dreaming. Then our mouth was filled with laughter, and our tongue with rejoicing. Then they said among the nations, Hiah has done great things for them. That's Afro-Asiatics. They're going to be saying that very soon, man. So-called black men and women, not all but some, and the confusion of face. Hiah has done great things for us. We are glad indeed. That's what's going to happen very soon. Let's go across to 128 verse 1. Happy are you who fear Hiah and walk in his ways. Okay, happy are you who fear Hiah. So how do you fear him? You keep his law. So our oppressors trying to make out it's done away with. They presented wicked ways that or alien ways to us. We keep the law of the Creator, but happy are your ways if you keep his law. Alright, people. Now I also want to read. Just do some studying. So let's go with this book here, The Barbarians, man. So this is the everyday life of the barbarians, Goths, Franks and Vandals. Okay, this is by Malcolm Todd. Alright, so let's go, let's read a little bit of this. Really good book, man. I started flicking through it earlier on, man, so let's go through it, man. The first accounts of the barbarians, so these are the Paleo tribes, man, who come and took over the Romans, man, and then took over us as well. And they hijacked the New Testament, in some which the Romans started, man, you understand? And they basically turned JC, which is false Messiah, from so-called black hair to white, so-called white, okay? Remember, not all so-called white people are the same, man. Alright, just like not all so-called black people are the same. Alright, so the first accounts of the barbarian peoples in the extreme north of Europe was reaching the Mediterranean world in the late 6th and 5th centuries. Remember, we got kicked out, man. We got kicked out of Spain and Portugal, so remember that, man. Okay, and remember our images got whitewashed. And this will say it as well. I can show you some of these individuals, Jacobites that were in this book here from John Mackay, 1700s, and if you check now on Google, yeah, they'll be whitewashed because we got took over by the Paleo tribes. Okay, just like it says, like Christopher Columbus brought a Paleo Hebrew Aramaic speaking interpreter to the Americas, man. Okay, Louis de Torres, he was took into captivity, man. All right, and forced into Christianity, just like we're prisoners of war. In the late 6th and 5th centuries BC, the earliest Greek writers known to have had some knowledge of the northern Europe. Bear in mind, northern barbarians in the north, okay, Europe. Achatus in the 6th century and Herodotus in the 5th made no mention of Germans. Remember, they're not the original Germans. They later became known as the Germans, but they're not the original Germans, right? They're the barbarians, man. They're the Vandals, the Visigoths, you understand? For these writers, the northern barbarians were divided into Celts in the northwest and Scyths or Scythians in the northeast. Isolated notice of the people who were much later recognised as Germans begin in the 4th century BC. In the first half of this century, Pythus, a Greek merchant from Marseilles in the southern France, made a famous journey in northwestern waters, in the course of which he circumnavigated Britain. Pythus also learnt something of the coastal areas of northern Germany, for he mentions the Teutons of German people settled in Denmark, who 300 years later were burst in upon the Roman world and bring about the first great confrontation between the Roman legions and German warriors. Yeah, that's Esau and the Paleo tribes. Yeah, the barbarians were fighting each other, man. Do you understand? It is clear that several later writers borrowed from Pythias's account, and it is probable that he had recorded a good deal about continental Germany, all of it unhappily now lost. The great invasion of southern Europe, or peoples calling themselves Cimbri and Teutons at the end of the 2nd century BC, first made the Romans, as Esau, aware of the power of the northern peoples, the people of the north. Bear that in mind, people of the north, man. And the threat that they posed to the Rome's northern frontier. Unfortunately, although a fair account of this short-lived but violent invasion can be reconstructed, we have no contemporary observations of the culture and character of the invaders themselves. But even the outline of the story itself is gripping. The Cimbri and the Teutons began a joint migration en masse southward from their northern homeland, pale tribes from the north. Jeremiah 50 verses 3, all referring to people who are going to come and invade from the north. Jeremiah chapter 6 verses 22 to 24. Daniel chapter 11 verses 9 to 45, man. Check these out for yourself, man, these scriptures. This was no mere warrior raid, for they had their women folk and children with them in their wagons. The movement had probably been forced upon them by an excessive encroachment on their land by the sea, perhaps culminating in a great inundation like that of October 16th, 34, which drastically altered the coastlines of Friesland and its islands. At first, their trek led them into Bohemia and thence into now what is Yugoslavia. They then turned westward, and as they were now nearing the northern borders of Italy, a Roman army was sent to intercept them. That's Esau went to intercept the Pale tribes, man. You understand? That army crashed to defeat at Norcia, near the modern town of Ljubljana, and the Germans continued westward, ignoring Italy. They reached eastern France by 110 BC and hoped to settle near the Roman frontier, enclosing Provence. The two sides again came to blows, and in the end the Pale tribes won, man, because they took over Esau's idea. They took over Esau, but Esau's ruling in the darkness, man. Do you understand? They just took the idea, man. That's why the Pope kisses the so-called black man's hand when he kneels to him, because you know that's Esau, man. You understand? I'm going to read some more of this book soon, man. Okay. Everyday Life of the Barbarians. Good book. Remember, man, we're the Israelites, man. Afro-Asiatics. Come on, Afro-Asiatics, man, okay. And all people already in the Americas, not all skinfolk or kinfolk, we're not all the same, alright. And we're the nobles of Europe, even Cheddar, man, with our oppressor and their scientists, man, they seem to think that the original inhabitants of Britain were so-called black, okay. Don't forget, man, Romans were melanated, man. I got proof of that in my coin book, man. Where's my coin book? I brought it out today. Yo, look. The Secrets History. I'm going to read some of this book soon. I'll read a bit today. And I'm going to keep on reading some of this. It's very good. On human resets, the Great Mud Flood of 1834, the 1587 plasma event, the biblical flood, and other historical reset theories. Okay, check this out, man. My family, the secret societies, this is what they're hiding from you, man. This kind of information. And also the fact that we live in a flat plane, man. A flat stationary plane. Okay, and the fact that the biggest lie they're trying to hide is that we are the Hebrew Israelites, man. They're trying to make us to be of remembrance no more. Oh, let's go. Yo, this book is bad, man. This is like full of information, full of information, man. For years, a group of conspiracy theorists have been investigating the possibility that a catastrophic mud flood swept across the world in the mid-19th century, wiping out entire civilizations and burying cities under layers of mud and debris. They believe humans have gone through multiple resets, such as this throughout time. While the theory is controversial and has been met with skepticism by mainstream scholars, a growing number of people have become convinced there is something to the mud flood hypothesis. This book is an exploration of that, of the mud flood theory. I said, yeah, it's a lady, yeah. That's us. That's us, yeah. That's us, done it. That's us, man. We're the true noble sovereigns, man. And they stole our stuff. Trying to make up we're dead in the sea, man, with the straw, man. But we're the true nobles and sovereigns, man. Isn't it? Like I've been telling you, that's right. You still best believe it. We study it, we study their laws and that. But the most important, we study the Most High's laws, man. Understand, innit, Danny? Through extensive research and analysis of historical records, eyewitness accounts, and scientific evidence, we will examine the possibility that a global cataclysmic event occurred in the 19th century, reshaping the world as we know it today. From the mysterious architecture of buildings allegedly built before the mud flood to anomalous artifacts and facts that suggest a lost advanced civilization, we will delve into the mysteries surrounding this controversial theory. Yo, this is a really good book, man. I'm telling you now. Remember I mentioned about star forts and that. Yo, it's here, look. Can you see if you look from an aerial, look at an aerial picture of how certain old towns and villages were situated, yeah, that's in the star shape. Ask yourself why. We're gonna find out why. We're gonna delve down the rabbit hole, man, of history. Okay, and we're gonna flip and study all these stuff, man, about the Israelites. We're gonna study about the flat Earth. We're gonna study about the mud flood. We're gonna study about the Roman coins, man, from back in the day. You understand? We're gonna study about so much, man. We're gonna study about scholarly books, man, that prove that we are who we say we are. Do you understand? Oh, you people, man, you best believe, man. Knowledge and wisdom will be your stability in these end times, man. You best believe the Most High. Don't mess about, man. I'll read this a little bit here. Star forts are what mainstream historians call Bastion forts. These were built in the late 15th and early 16th centuries all over the world. These forts were designed during an era of gunpowder and the cannon. We are told the geometric design of the nation's military allegedly protected against blind spots lies. During conflict, our ancestors supposedly did not have the technology to view structures from above, but somehow they were able to find the precise geometric patterning for protection from war. How did they manage to achieve this without advanced technology? So you got some here. You got Fort Bourtange, Netherlands. Fort Jarabad, Kantanka, India. This one here, Portugal. Cathedrals. Cathedrals were also built before any modern power tools, according to the mainstream historians. Cathedrals are built by skilled tradesmen using hand tools such as pickaxes, hammers, braces, chisels, and saws. Builders also used ancient cranes and ropes and pulleys. However, the level of skill, precision, and geometry evident in the work makes it seem impossible to have been accomplished with primitive tools. This level of craftsmanship is generally replicated today. They do not build them like this. And to me, a lot of these cathedrals are actually like powerhouses, man, where they collect energy from our studies. We'll read into this anyway, man. We're going to look into this. Canals. Can't wait to like really get into this book, man. Megalithic stone structures. The ancient peoples built megalithic stone structures with multiple large stones globally between the 4th and 15th centuries. These stones often weighed 100 tons or more. These stones fit together like jigsaw puzzles with such precision that a credit card cannot be inserted in the mortarless joints. This style of architecture is not just found in Peru at Sacsayhuama, but all over the world. Allegedly, builders quarried enormous stones weighing up to 200 tons each, cut them to precision, and lifted them into place without the use of power saws, hydraulic cranes, and machines. Those stone structures were highly resistant to natural disasters such as earthquakes or floods. People built these structures in the exact same way on different continents before there was any means of global travel or communication. Most of these structures were systematically taken apart and destroyed so that the stones could be reused in new buildings. The remains we see today are only a small portion of the structures that were once stood in ancient times. Were these structures merely built with primitive hand tools or with ancient technology? Did ancient people have unknown techniques like melting and pouring geoplymers into molds? Why can't we explain how these stone structures were built? So yeah, man, it's got some really cool questions, and obviously the really cool one is the mud flood as well, man. But yo, let me start reading this as well, people, man. This is by Donnie Davis. The secret history of human resets: the Great Mud Flood of 1834, the 1587 plasma event, the biblical flood, and other historical theories, by Donnie Davis. Alright, man, great stuff. Okay, what I'm going to do now is what we like to do. I'm going to quickly read this one really quickly. Memoirs of the Secret Service of John Mackay Esquire during the reigns of King William, Queen Anne, and King George I, by John Mackay. He was a spy who went to spy on my family, the Jacobites, yeah. He seems to think the majority of them were melanated. So today's Jacobite we'll be looking at is Colonel Matthew Oymer, Vice Admiral of the Fleet. So he was a page to the Duke of Buckingham. And it says that he was a brown man, turned 50 years, a brown man. Alright. More evidence to show you, my people, man. Don't forget, we're the Europeans, man, like I told you, man. Where's my coin book, man? I thought I brought it out. Oh, there it is. Here it is, yeah. I can show you my coin book really quickly. So obviously you can see how some of these coins, they're going to be later on when the Romans got took over, they're going to be the barbarians, man, on the coins. But if you go back, you check out Rome. Rome's melanated, man. In the morning. Best believe. These are melanated, man. 528. Mars. Walter S.C. Mars advancing R with spear and shield. The Romans were melanated, that's Esau, man. The barbarians came in, the Patriots from the north, man. You understand? And don't forget the flat earth, man. I'll be reading from this book as well, man. And we definitely came before Columbus, man. It's my family, my people that were there. Don't forget, people, keep on studying. Keep on learning, man. Knowledge and wisdom will be your spirit in these end times. We are the Hebrew Israelites, man. They called us black, they took us over. They control the narrative. Alright, the Most High is showing you, man, who we are, man. Knowledge and wisdom. Wisdom will not dwell with someone who's deceitful, man. Swarthy means melanated in Old English. So you got the Jacobite prisons. This is just one of the ships that my family got took out from, put onto coffee plantations and tea plantations and sugar and tobacco. You've got the names, the age, where they're from, the height, and how they look. Some of them are pale and fair. It's like you're going to get pale and fair family members today, like, who are melanated. Don't mean they're not like your family, they are. You understand? So you look dark, fair, brown, swarthy, dark, pale, thick, dark. Yeah, man, just showing you people, man. And we have the Kingdom of Alba, man, don't forget, man. With the true rule, my family are from the Davidic line, man, the Red Hand branch of Yehuda. Oh, I've got loads of books to read, man, loads, man, to get through, to feed the people for free. Never will I charge, man. Never will I charge, man. It's all about making sure people just know the truth, so they can use their free will to decide what they want to do themselves, man. Come back to the living creator, or don't. But anyway, man, yo, till next time, people. people of the north came and took us over. These are the barbarians, man. Okay, so when they practice societal racism, that's their ancestors, man. And that's why it's in their bloodline to treat us so bad, man. You understand? That's why they go around killing us all the day long, man. Because the Paleotribes took us over. And we're the Hebrew Israelites, man. You understand? And we broke the law of the Creator, and that's why they was able to take us over for a short time. But now, the Most High is going to rock their colonies like he is, man. And he's going to continue to rock their colonies until you see, man, who the living Creator is. And his name is Higher, Higher, and he does not change. Anyway, family, thank you so much for staying along with me for this lesson. Until next time, Shalom and peace.